Ed Yonka is with us. He's the Director of Communications and Public Policy at the ACLU of Illinois. By the way, after we're done talking with Ed, just a reminder, it's Anything Goes Friday, so if there's anything that you want to go off on, feel free. Ed, welcome to the program.
I just hope, Tom, that no one will want to go off on me.
No, they tend to do that to me. By the way, your website is ACLU-
It's great to be here.
Thank you. Your website is ACLU-IL, right? .org?
Correct.
Okay. Great. So as in IL like Illinois. Tell us what happened in Cook County today.
Well, this morning, a federal judge in Cook County issued a ruling in a case that we had brought along with our colleagues at Lambda Legal from the Midwest office here in Chicago, finding that the current Illinois ban on the freedom to marry for same-sex couples is unconstitutional. This is a case that we brought after the Illinois legislature passed a marriage equality law, which takes place on June 1st. But today the court found that the Cook County clerk, David Orr, had to begin issuing marriage licenses immediately. And I can tell you, having just been over at his office a few minutes ago, there are people waiting in line, and they are getting their marriage licenses today.
Yeah, he's got to be slammed. Now, does this apply just to Cook County or just to him?
Well, here's the backdrop. The order to begin issuing them applies just to him. The broader reach of the ruling is that the current Illinois ban has been found unconstitutional. We believe that should encourage clerks in other counties to recognize that they don't want to be in a position to enforce what is now an unconstitutional law, and we think that they ought to be in a position to go ahead and start issuing licenses. It's unclear at this hour whether or not clerks in other counties will, but the good news is that, I think a significant percentage, if not a majority, of marriages that take place in Illinois every year take place in Cook County, and anyone can come to Cook County as of this moment and get a marriage license as long as they're married in Cook County.
Well, that's got to be great for the marriage business in Cook County over the next few months.
Our marriage planning friends are very happy right at this moment.
Yeah. There's a really interesting backstory to this. This started out with a couple where one of the members of the couple had been fighting breast cancer for 17 years, as I recall, some long time, and she didn't have very long to live. And she and her partner wanted to get married before she died, so that the benefits of marriage would accrue to her partner in terms of inheritance and visitation and all those other things before her last days, shall we say? Do I have that right?
Yeah, it's a little bit. It's even a little bit, I suppose, broader than that. In that, so what happened was after we passed the marriage legislation in Illinois on November 5th, and Governor Quinn signed it into law on Governor Pat Quinn signed it into law on November 20th. Because of the way that it was passed in a veto session or in a fall session, it doesn't become. The bill did not, or the law doesn't go into effect until June 1st. Right. For people where one or the other couple have a serious illness, that's a long time to wait. And in fact, it could mean that they are denied not just the benefits, but frankly, the dignity of marriage before they die. And in fact, one of the couples that we were able to secure relief for, under our request that let couples who had that situation marry immediately. One of the partners in one of those marriages just passed away last week. And so that was one element of this. But we also included in it the broader challenge to the marriage law, and that's what the judge ruled on this morning. We've had in place for a couple of weeks, for a few weeks, a system that where a doctor attested that one or the other couple might not live until June 1st. Couples were able to secure licenses and get married, and a number of people did. A small number, but a number of people did. But this obviously broadens it out and allows couples to begin, marrying, as early as this weekend here in the state of Illinois.
Now, I read this decision or this ruling, the memorandum of opinion and order, and Brenda Lee and Lee Edwards, et cetera, on behalf of themselves, V. David Orr. and the defendant, the Cook County clerk, and basically there was no defense presented. Because the county, the state did not say no. We want to assert our right to prevent you from getting married until June. The judge essentially, correct me if I'm wrong on this, the judge essentially said, nobody's fighting this thing, so, and it makes perfect sense, so the law violates the Constitution, so go for it. Shouldn't that then just, if first of all, if that's accurate, or even close to accurate, doesn't that mean that if any other county clerk anywhere in the state of Illinois were to just go ahead and issue licenses right now and marriages were performed, because the state has not taken a position that they're going to fight this, that the probabilities of somebody's marriage being considered not valid are pretty close to zero?
First of all, your reading of the opinion and the order and the facts are correct. It was absolutely a wonderful thing that that David Orr, who's the clerk of Cook County, our Illinois Attorney General Lisa Madigan, and others have never opposed the freedom to marry for same-sex couples. And actually, in an earlier state lawsuit we had brought, they had joined our side. So that has been one of the really wonderful things about this, and has been particularly, I think, courageous on their part, and really, recognizing where the dignity and the equity fall in this.
Yes.
But we believe that the other half of what you've said is precisely right, that any other clerk can read this decision and say that the judge has found the law unconstitutional, that the state has taken a position that is the appropriate finding, and that therefore they could begin and should begin to issue licenses in the other 101 Illinois counties as soon as possible. And so, we're very, very hopeful that a number of them will do that. I think we recognize that may take a few days as people read through the decision and consult with their legal staff. But we're hopeful that will happen, in the next few days in counties across the state of Illinois.
Are you suggesting that are you an attorney, Ed?
I am not.
Okay.
I just play one on the radio.
Okay. Well, in any case, so it sounds like that if any county clerks are listening, or anybody who wants to go talk to a county clerk in a hopefully very courteous fashion, other than Mr. Orr, that basically they could be reasonably assured that they're not going to, not only are they not going to get in any trouble here, but that they're doing the right thing, legally as well as morally.
That's certainly what we believe, and we hope that a number of them, as I said, will step up in the next few days and do exactly that. I think we're very hopeful that is in fact.
But it's up to the discretion of the individual county clerks right now?
As of this moment, that's where we're at, and I think that a number of them, have been watching and monitoring this litigation, the legislation in our state capitol in the fall, the earlier state suit. So I think that they have a good background in this. I think they've had a lot of grounding in this, and I think they'll be in a place where they'll be able to make a decision. Right.
And now this is a federal court, U.S. District Court. You're batting 1,000 here. I mean, the federal court after federal court across the United States has been knocking down these bans on same-sex marriage.
If you read you said you read the opinion this
Yes.
morning, and one of the things that I thought was really wonderful was that the judge, pointed out that the question really has moved to, not from why or why should people wait to why not.
Exactly.
And she quoted Dr. Martin Luther King as saying, that the time is always ripe to do what's right, and that is really the moment we've reached all across the country on this issue.
Yeah, brilliant. Thanks so much for being with us, Ed.
Thank you, Tom. Take care.
Hang on just a second.
This is the Thom Hartmann Program.
That's Ed Yonke. He's the Director of Communications and Public Policy with the ACLU of Illinois. Their website is aclu-il.org. We'll be back. It's Anything Goes Friday.